Hey, this is Cameron and Jillian from Miss Johnson's Nerd Herd, and today we're going to talk to you about Premiere Pro CS6. We hope you learned something. Now to start off, we're going to open the program.
So first you go up to your search bar and you search Adobe, and then Premiere Pro is probably one of the first ones that will show up if you've used it before. Just click on that. Then as you're waiting for it to load, now you click New Project. Then you name it what you want. We're going to name ours Tutorial. And then this is where you save it. And if you don't want it to save in those spots, you click Browse. And then you can say we want ours on our desktop. So then you just click Choose and then you click OK. And then you just keep all this the same. And then your regular page will show up.
So we're going to start off by teaching you how to import your media, which will show up in the left corner box. So we're going to go to File, Import, and then wherever your media is saved, you want to go there. It might be saved in iPhoto, but if it is, you want to change it to an MP3 because otherwise it takes a long time to render, and we'll teach you what rendering is later.
And it could be glitchy if you take it off of iPhoto. So for now, you just click whichever videos you want. And then those will show up. And then another way that you could do it is right click and then just go to import. And then there it is.
Okay, so now we're going to show you how to get your clips into editing mode. So what we're going to do is we can drag and drop into the video one place. And then it's going to show up right there, and you can play it by clicking the space bar. And another thing you can do is add a title slide, which Jillian will explain how to do.
So you go up to title at the top, and then you click new title, and then you can click either one of these three. Any of them will work. We're going to use this one, and then say we're just going to name ours title. And then you can name it whatever you want. And then on this, all you have to do is click in the box, and then you can write what you want to. And then down here, you can change the font.
And you can change the color over here.
You can change color over here, or you can add shapes if you wanted to.
Wow, look at that.
And then it automatically saves to your left box where your media is. So all you have to do is click X, and then it's automatically right there. And all you have to do is just come and bring it over.
And you can add it behind video. So if you want the text over video, then you would put it up in video 2, and then it's over the video. And if you want it just behind a regular black screen, then you would just put it in video 1 and add it.
This will be regular. Oh, shoot. This will be regular. This would be regular, and then this would be if you wanted it over top of it. And then
show it.
If you didn't want the sound that went along with this video, you would right click it, and then you would go to unlink. And then there are two separate pieces, the video and the audio. And then if you don't want that, you just click delete, and then now you just have your plain video.
And then another thing you can do is if, you can tell that the video is very zoomed in right now. So you go to right click.
And then you go to scale to frame size.
And then it goes to the picture that you want it. And if you do want it more zoomed in, you can double click on the picture up here. And then move it to what size you want your video. Oh, that's your text. You have to click on the video. Move the text over. You have to move that.
Move what?
Move this. And then you can double click it and make it smaller or bigger if you would like to.
And then if you, as you can see, the media is way smaller than the title, so once you see this red little arrow, you can just click it and pull it back, and then it shows you where it is, and now it's the same size.
You can also split clips in half by going to your eraser tool, which is over here. And then you can take wherever you want
To cut it,
and then it splits the video wherever you put it.
all you have to do is just click it, and then you go back to your pointer tool, and then just delete the clip that you don't want.
Or you can move it if you want the clip there.
Yep.
And just somewhere else.
And as you can see, if on your left box where your media is, if you want to see which videos are which, you can just move your mouse along it, and it shows you what video you're on. And if you double click it, it shows up here in the top left, and then
you can play it to see it.
Yeah, you can play it. Or if you click I, then that's where it starts, and then say you want it to load, that's where it stops, and then you can click either drag video only if you don't want the sound, or drag audio only if you just want the sound. And we're just going to drag that. And then you don't have to go and unlink everything later.
Another thing I would suggest is if you're using music, do not get it from iTunes. You want to convert it to MP3, and then because when you render it, so if you want to render it, this means that it's inserting the video as you edited it. So you would press enter, and as you see, it says rendering 1 of 3 videos. And if it's not rendered, it'll be red like it is right here, and if it's rendered, it'll be green. And so this just makes things play as if they will when you export them. So if you don't render them, they'll glitch or move slowly, so you want to make sure to do that. And if you do it, I would suggest doing it after every clip that you import, because otherwise it'll take a lot longer if you wait.
Okay.
And then another thing you can do is slow videos down or speed them up.
So first, there's 2 ways that you can do this. First, you can just right click and then go to speed/duration. And then if you want it slower, then you can make it bigger than 100. And if you want it faster, then you make it lower than 100.
Not slower. Slower is if it's less.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Let's redo this.
If we have to freaking redo this whole thing because of that, oh my gosh.
We'll just cut it out. Okay. So then you right click and then you just go to speed/duration, and if it's lower than 100, then that means it's slower, and if it's higher than 100, then that means it's faster. And then you'll want to render it again so that it's not glitchy.
This is why you don't render after lots of videos, even though this is only one.
Then once it's rendered, and then you unclip this or unlink it so that you can get rid of that, then you can go and import your media. And then you import it, and then you just drag it over like your other ones, and then you can just align it how you want. And if you didn't want to move every single piece of media over because you had this one gap, you can just right click it and then go to ripple delete, and then it deletes them so that they're all together. And then once you're ready to export it, you just go to File, then go down to export, and you want to export it as media. And then it shows you what it will look like, and then up here you might want to change the output name, so it's not sequence 1. You might want to change it to what you want it saved as. You click save, and then you just click export. And then exporting it might take a while, but
depending on
how long it is. We're Cameron and Jillian from Ms. Johnson's Media Tech.